podcast followers. Yeah, let's get back into the groove of our videos. Okay. So this week's topic is emotional burnout that didn't reset in January. Right? We all know that a lot of people at the start of the new year, they do the new year, new me, new resolution. I'm doing things differently, etc. I'm finna just go ghost. I'm finna go do what I gotta do in behind the scenes, and I'm finna pop out a new person. I'm doing the no spin, no drinking, dry January, all the other good stuff. Right? But did you know that by February, a lot of people quietly realize something? What is it? That they realize that they realize that the reset that they were hoping for, it didn't actually happen. What? The exhaustion has followed you all into the new year. It lingered on, and it's still there, right? So today, I just want to talk about emotional burnout. The kind that doesn't always look dramatic, right? Because we think of burnout as like this whole dramatic thing, like it is in your face and whatnot. But now we're going to talk about the one that doesn't look dramatic. The one that slowly wears you down. Let's get into it. Okay. So, with emotional burnout, right? A lot of people feel pressure, right? There's this pressure to feel all motivated in January. We got to get it done. It's January. It's a new year. We got a new set of 365. But in actuality, that may not be the goal. Maybe we should not be aiming for that type of pressure and motivation in January. Because depending on where you live, January is still dark and gloomy. It's cold, right? Here in Illinois, it's cold in January. Actually, it's colder in January than it is in December. This is where we actually start to really feel the brunt of winter in January and actually in February. So brace yourself. And if you've been here all your life, you not new to this, you true to this. It's in you, not on you. You got this, right? So like that motivation, that pressure to feel motivated to get everything, do everything new and get everything right in January, that contributes to your emotional burnout. Just letting y'all know. It really does. Right? You know, also in January you have the vision board parties and all the other stuff. And sometimes you just don't have that energy to do it. And that's okay. You don't have to have the energy to do it in January. Sometimes it may take you to February, March. Heck, a lot of people wait until spring because that's when an actual new season has taken place. Right? So that's okay. You know? Also, just still feeling, tired. And some people feel guilty around it because they're like, dang, it's a new month. It's a new year. Why do I still feel tired? The holidays has passed. Like, where is my energy? Well, you still feel tired because, like you said, the holidays just passed. Which means you are probably just now being able to just breathe. Just sit for a second and breathe. That doesn't mean you're actually resetting. That just means you're catching your breath. So there's no need to feel guilty that, oh, dang, I haven't fulfilled not one goal. I haven't even fulfilled the goal to even write down my goals. You don't have to feel guilty about that. You don't. If January was your month, if you notice, if you're watching this or listen to this and you notice that January was your month where you just allowed yourself to rest, kudos to you. Give yourself a pat on the back because you deserve that time to rest. You're coming off of Thanksgiving and Christmas that happen, and New Year's that happens in November, December, all of the to-dos that goes with that. Just saying. It's lingering. The burnout is still lingering well into January, and that's okay. We need to normalize that it is okay that the burnout is still lingering right now because you haven't been able to catch your breath. Actually, you was finally able to catch your breath in January. That's okay. That's okay. Okay? So keep that in mind. So what is emotional burnout, right? What is it? What is it? It's emotional numbness, right? You may hear about that. It's irritability. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are going through like, dang, I probably was feeling that way, okay? Difficulty concentrating. Loss of joy or motivation. Feeling overwhelmed by small tasks. While that's also emotional burnout, that may be also speaking to some of you all's depression that you're probably experiencing now or have been experiencing too. But those things are also a part of emotional burnout. A lot of people think, oh, that's just only depression. It could just be emotional burnout. You're tired. You tired, boss. Lay down. You owe it to yourself. Just that. Just that. Right? Burnout isn't about weakness. It's about being in survival mode for too long without enough recovery. I'm going to say that one more time for y'all. Burnout isn't about weaknesses, but it's about being in survival mode for too long without enough recovery. So think to yourself and ask yourself, have I been in survival mode? And if so, how long have I been in survival mode? What has that looked like for me? How many months? Am I still in survival mode? Am I still experiencing any of these things that it was just listed? Irritability, emotional numbness, loss of joy or motivation, difficulty concentrating, right? Feelings overwhelmed by small tasks. Am I feeling that? When did I stop feeling that? When did I start feeling it? Because now you can establish your threshold as well. Your baseline, right? Okay, this is when I started feeling this, and then this is when I started to come out of it. Write that down. Talk to your therapist about it if you haven't already. Those are important things because then you can know when the time comes around again, you know what those signs look like so that you can implement the right tools to prevent it from happening or prevent it from being as in-depth or from lasting as long. Okay? And a lot of people think that, oh, I'm burnt out. I just need to have a little rest. Let me just get a little rest. Rest alone is not going to fix burnout. Going to just go lay down in your bed is not going to fix burnout. We have to figure out what's causing the burnout, right? Are you carrying too much responsibility without support? If so, okay, how can we adjust that? What support can we put in place or that is needed so that you can reduce the load that you're carrying, right? Are we people pleasing? Are we just doing stuff for other people? Knowing we really don't want to do that. Knowing we really don't have the capacity to do it, right? Because if that's the case, we got to pull back. You got to pull back. We can't keep doing that. Over-functioning, doing too much. Cut that in half. Are you doing too much? Why are you doing too much? Are you doing too much because you have to? Or are you doing too much because you're just doing it? And it's like, oh, I really don't have to do all of this. I really don't have to put such a huge load on myself. Just saying. Just saying. Okay? Know that if you rest, but you still return, but you return to the same expectations, your burnout is coming back. So that's why I say, if you just gonna go lay in the bed, but then you gonna, when you get up after 2 days of laying down and relaxing and getting your rest, you go back to the same stuff. You didn't fix the problem. You didn't fix it. You just went back to the same expectations, the same problems that was there. Boom, burnout. Back again, showing his face like, hey girl, hey. Hey boy, hey. That's what it's doing, right? Recovering requires you to change how much you're carrying, okay? Not just take a break from it, but you got to change how much you're carrying, change how much you're doing, change the load that's on you. Take that up off you, give it to somebody else. Delegate some of those tasks, divvy up the work, whether it's at home in your personal life. Divvy it up. You got to. Just saying. Okay, so let's just talk about a couple of gentle recovery practices, right? And these are, they're not overwhelming or anything like that, right? So you just want to work on lowering your expectations temporarily. You don't have to, it don't have to be forever, but just like temporary. Let's lower some of these expectations that you may have for yourself. That way it allows you to breathe a little bit and not feel so much pressure to like have to keep doing this, have to keep getting this done, have to, you know what I'm saying? Right? Having emotional check-ins with yourself. First of all, how am I feeling emotionally? What's going on? What are my thoughts? What's happening here? Right? Have those emotional check-ins. Have those with yourself and have those emotional check-ins with your support system, with your significant other, with your therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, counselor, all those good people, life coach, whoever you see. Have those emotional check-ins. You know, set those boundaries. Y'all know I am really big on boundaries. Set them. Because guess what? Boundaries protect energy if you didn't know. Because if a boundary is in place, you are more inclined to stand firm and not allow something or someone to walk over you, right? Or to like force your hand into doing something you really don't want to do. Because you've already laid it out. And if they decide they want to do what they want to do, they don't want to listen, they don't want to oblige by your boundaries, you get to say, well, hey, this is a boundary for me. I'm not doing that. Or I'm not going to allow that to happen, I should say. Right? You know? And sometimes you just need to do less. Doing less doesn't mean you're doing worse. It just means you're just doing less. Right? I'm not going out as much. Doesn't mean, oh, something's wrong with you. It literally just means I'm just taking a step back so that I can allow myself time to recover from always going out, from always showing up, from always doing this for everybody. Just saying. Okay? So those are just some small, gentle recovery practices, right? Y'all know I like to keep my videos short, cute, simple, and sweet. Okay? So as we close out this video, remember that burnout doesn't mean you're broken. No, it does not. Boom. It just means something needs attention, which means you need attention. Your body needs attention. Your mind needs attention. And it's telling you, help me relax and recover the right way. Okay? Just saying. So I want you guys to think and ask yourself, what part of your life feels the most emotionally draining right now? And what would it look like to soften it there? What part of your life feels the most emotionally draining right now? And what would it look like to soften there? Soften it up. All right, y'all. As always, put your answers in the comments. Talk to me. I'm going to respond back. But I thank you all for watching the video. I hope you got something out of it. Share it with your loved ones, your friends, your families, anybody who you feel like would benefit from just this little quick information and reminder. And, you know, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see y'all in the next video. Ta-da!